สวัสดีค่ะ In this lesson we are going to say some questions with how many, how much, how far and how long in them. How is she? How is she? How is Jack? How is Jack? How is your wife? How is your wife? How is your family? How is your family? How are you? How are you? How are they? How are they? How was your weekend? How was your weekend? How was it? How was it? How was the movie? How was the movie? How do I look? How do I look? How could you do that to me? How could you do that to me? How do you want your hair cut? How do you want your hair cut? How do you spell your last name? How do you spell your last name? How do you know each other? How do you know each other? How would you like your steak done? How would you like your steak done? How old is Anne? How old is Anne? How did you get there? How did you get there? How did you know my name? How did you know my name? How did you come here? How did you come here? How did she get to the airport? How did she get to the airport? How did you do that? How did you do that? How did she clean it? How did she clean it? How did you make it? How did you make it? How did you get to know her? How did you get to know her? How did you solve the problem? How did you solve the problem? How deep is the lake? How deep is the lake? How can I help? How can I help? How much is it? How much is it? How much does it cost? How much does it cost? How much time do you spend on Facebook? How much time do you spend on Facebook? How much do I owe you? How much do I owe you? How much do you love me? How much do you love me? How much money do you have? How much money do you have? How many people are there in this room? How many people are there in this room? How many books do you read a month? How many books do you read a month? How many cars do you have? How many cars do you have? How many kids do you have? How many kids do you have? How many children do you have? How many children do you have? How many pens do you want? How many pens do you want? How many students are there in this class? How many students are there in this class? How many chairs do they need? How many chairs do they need? How many hours do you work? How many hours do you work? How many cats do we have? How many cats do we have? How long have you lived here? How long have you lived here? How long have you been married? How long have you been married? How long has she lived there? How long has she lived there? How long does it take by train? How long does it take by train? How long does it take? How long does it take? How long did you stay? How long did you stay? How long have you known her? How long have you known her? How far is it from here to Bangkok? How far is it from here to Bangkok? How often do you go there? How often do you go there? How often do you visit your parents? How often do you visit your parents? How often do you go abroad? How often do you go abroad? How often do you practice English? How often do you practice English? Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like, subscribe and comment on this video. ขอบคุณค่ะ